Sixth video, question number 6. The first question that we have, there are three questions in it. The first question is to prove that result. So I've written the left hand side that of expression. Whenever you have to prove, we start with the left hand side. So the question says it is tan of x, that is it is read as tan A minus tan B. Now when you read this whole thing as tan A minus tan B, we find that we do not have any formula connected to tan A minus tan B. So the choice that we are left with is to take it up as tan of A plus B. So what is tan A plus B? It is tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. And what will tan A minus B be? Only difference is a minus sign. So this will be tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A tan B. So let us apply the formula. Apply the formula. It's the application of the formula. So no need to copy this. Just apply it. Write the expression on the basis of this formula. So what do we have? It is tan A. That is A here is x plus tan B, tan pi on 4. Tan pi on 4 is nothing but 1. It is plus 1 upon 1 minus tan A tan B, which comes out to be only tan x, minus same tan A minus B. It is tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A tan B, which is this expression. Now let's go in for this further simplification because we have to get the answer. We have to see what we have on the right hand side. The denominators are added, multiplied, we get 1 minus tan square x in the denominator. And what about the numerators? It is a plus b whole square for one side. That is another a minus b. So let's apply the formula. Don't need to write the whole expression. What will it be? It will be 1 plus tan square x plus 2 tan x. And likewise, the next expression is giving us a minus b whole square. It is 1 plus tan square x minus 2 tan x. See what is it simplified as? See 1 plus 2 tan x, they get cancelled. This quantity gets cancelled. This whole gets cancelled with this. But what is left is a 4 times. It is a 4 times tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. So here there has to be it is 2 tan x. It's not 4 tan 2x, it is 2 tan x. So can you see this as a formula? Don't we have a formula? What is tan of 2x? The formula that we have is 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. So isn't it 2 tan x, tan 2x? That is the right hand side. So haven't we proved it? So that's the right hand side. So this is the first part. The second part, the or part that we have, or also there are another one also I have taken along with it. So let me take up this part, that is tan of 75 in continuation, tan 75 degree minus cot 75 degree. The question is to find the value. So tan 75 minus cot 75. We do not have any formula connected to this, but we can always simplify this and get it. One way of simplification is to express 75 as 45 plus 30. That is one way. And then you'll come across this type of expression. It will come across this. I prefer to take up in a little different way. That is, I'll rewrite this as in terms of tan. Since angle is same, so I can use one ratio. So I have written it in terms of tan. So what will this convert to? It converts to the form tan square 75 degree minus 1 upon tan 75 degree. As I said, look for, identify a formula which is very closer to it. What is that formula which is closer to it? Isn't it this? Isn't it very closer to this? There is some manipulation required, but we can always handle it, no? So what is that we have to handle? We need to handle it as minus. That means first we'll have to take up the negative part. So that is 1 minus tan square 75 degree. Along with that, we have to handle one more thing, that is that it's 2 times of tan x in there. We see that it's just the reciprocal of the quantity. That's the only difference that we find. So we introduce that also. Now see, isn't it very closer to that expression? So what do we get? 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square is reciprocal, which is coming out to be, it is minus of 2 times cot of, it is cot. 1 upon tan becomes cot of 150 degree. So you need to write the value of cot of 150. What is cot of 150? Cot 150 is cot 150 cot 150 is 180 minus 30, and 150 happens to be in the second quadrant, so it is negative, so it's cot of 30 degree. So minus and minus makes it plus 2 cot 30 degree, and the value of cot 30 degree is root 3, it is 2 root 3. So see how easily we could manage to get. The next one is the value of cos A plus, that's another optional question we have. It is or cos A plus cos A plus 240 degree plus cos A minus 240 degree. So it's a sum of these cos functions. So how do I add up? Remember the first question we discussed, one question in the beginning. We can have it as cos of A plus cos of B. What is cos of A plus cos of B? It is 2 cos A plus B on 2 cos A minus B on 2. So which one will you prefer to combine? I prefer to combine these two because they might give us a simpler expression. So what is it? Plus. Now let us apply the formula. We have twice of cos of half the sum of the angles. When the two angles are added up, 240 gets cancelled. We have 2a, so what is left is a. Then cos of difference of the two angles, that is a plus 240 minus a plus 240. So 240 gets added up, divided by 2 gives us 240. So that's the value we have. Now the question is, how do we get the value of cos 240 degree? Again, express the value cos 240. What is 240 degree? It is 180 plus 60 degrees, isn't it, in the third quadrant? So 180 does not change the ratio. It is, sorry, I missed out one term here. I missed out one term. It is 180 does not change the ratio. The cos continues to be in that expression form. It is cos of 180 minus plus 60 degree. 180 plus 60 gives us 240. So 180 does not change the ratio. It continues as cos. But since it is in the third quadrant, the sign of it will be negative. So that makes it plus 2 cos A multiplied by minus 2 cos 60 degree. Now cos 60 degree value is 1 on 2. So negative sign comes out. So isn't it a 0? Don't we have the answer as 0 here? Yes. So we have the answer of this expression as 0. Fine. Now we move on to the next question, that is the seventh question. The seventh question, before I take up the seventh question, I prefer to go in for the ninth question because ninth question will take little lesser time. So solution of ninth question. Ninth question is, you have to prove that these 3 points, they are collinear. Find the ratio in which they divide the in which the first point divides the join of the other two. That is, you have to find the ratio in which these two line, that is line segment, is divided by this point. So I'll mark this point as A, B and C. So let us take it in that form. So they have said that in which ratio is, first of all, they need to be in one line. So how do we prove that they will be in one line? What will help us to prove that they will be in one line? So let us assume that the ratio in which A divides BC is k is to 1. So if you are able to get all the points in this ratio k is to 1, ratio remains the same in each situation, then we have it as collinear. This is 6, 5 minus 13, and that is 0, minus 1, minus 7. So what is the x coordinates formula? The x coordinates formula for A, what is it? K times of x is equal to 6k plus 2 upon k plus 1. And what value should it be equal to? It will be equal to 0. This says that the value of k is minus 1 on 3. Minus 1 on 3 indicates something. The ratio negative says that A is external. Okay. Now before that, let's go in for the other values also. Let's see whether we are going to get the same thing with y also. Minus 1 is the y coordinate. We have 5k